So we are at the Salt Lake City Airport. We're heading to Cleveland for a little vacation, and it's kind of warm here.
It is really warm, it is.
I'm not sure the Cleveland, I think it's supposed to be a little cooler, but then we get to deal with the humidity.
Yep.
So,
Don't know which is worse.
yeah, well, we'll find out. Let's go hop on the plane and see what we can do.
Let's do it.
So why did we come to Cleveland? This is kind of a random place that you wouldn't expect it to be a destination.
Well, we are here. One of the reasons we're here is to see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yep, which is where we're at right now. You can kind of see it in the background there. But we've got a lot of other things planned too. Later on tonight, we are going to go watch the Guardians play the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go to Cuyahoga National Park. And then we're going to go visit some church historical sites.
And Sandusky, Cedar Point.
Go down to Cedar Point, see if we can get stuck on a roller coaster. It seems to be happening a lot. That siren's curse seems to be cursed. But anyway, this is kind of a different part of the country we've never been to. And
It's pretty, it's really green.
it's really green. It's a little cooler than home, but a little more humidity, but that's okay. Okay, we go rock and roll out.
Let's go do it.
Yeah, I don't know that they let us do much photographing or videography.
We'll find out what they'll let us do.
Yeah. Anyway, it'll be cool. Okay, here we are, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Long live rock. Let's go in.
Let's go in.
So we just finished up with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What'd you think?
It was pretty good.
I liked it. You know, probably the only downside is when we shoot video, I can't use the music because it's copyrighted, and maybe wah wah. say, nope, you can't do that.
It's too bad because they have some great music in there playing. It was good.
It was fun. You know, I've had other people say, yeah, it's not really worth it. I thought it was great.
It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. It's worth a few hours of your time.
Yeah, well, that's about what we took too. Okay, well, let's move on to the next thing.
Let's go on.
So we are here at Progressive Field in Cleveland. Just get here before the game starts. Maybe they'll get out and do a little bit of practicing. We'll get to see them. Hopefully it's a good game. So we are in Cuyahoga Valley National Park, someplace that we've never been before. And this is interesting because this is more of an urban environment, even though it's very green, a lot of trees and such. You can see in the background, that is Interstate 80 running right through the backyard. Anyway, we're gonna go do a couple hikes and see what we can see. So I'm going to go up and hike the Ledges Trail. This is one of the kind of the cool places here in the park, and we'll get some video up a little further where I think it gets its namesake. So I got to this point on the trail, and I thought, okay, I probably need to take this loop, this Ledges Trail, and I went to the right, and I went down that way about a half mile, and saw another sign for Icebox House. Icebox Cave, sorry. Unfortunately, I walked an extra mile so that I could come back to this point and then go the right way. So I got to take a little more care. But I think that's really indicative of trying to settle this area of the country. Being out west, you can see for miles and miles and miles and miles. Here you got to pay closer attention because everything is just so close together and so much vegetation. You got to pay attention. So this is the rock formation that gives the ledges their name, and this is the Sharon conglomerate, and it is approximately 320 million years old. And if you look closely, you can see little rocks inside the formation. And so if this was formed 320 million years ago, those rocks had to have been older than that because they're part of this formation. Cool geology. Okay.
Okay, just some information on Cuyahoga Valley National Park. President Ford made it a national recreation area in 1974. And it wasn't designated for a national park until 2000. And this national park was born out of local grassroots efforts to protect the valley, the national environmental movement, and federal civil rights initiative known as Parks to People. And it's a result of not only efforts to save the valley, but to restore and transform it into a vibrant urban park. They're using this as a national model, and it's right by two cities, and they want you to come again and again and hike and enjoy the park.
One of the favorite places we went to on this trip was historic Kirtland, Ohio. For members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, this is a very important historical location, and there was a lot of activity here in the early days of the church. Although the church was formed in 1830 in New York State, it quickly spread to Ohio and was the headquarters of the church for a while. The most important place on the site is the historic Kirtland Temple, and building this very large temple was a big accomplishment for the people at that time. After viewing the temple, we toured the Joseph and Emma Smith home and the Newell K. Whitney home and store. There's also a school, a sawmill, and an ashery. It's amazing to see how industrious the people were. We then drove about 30 miles to Hiram, Ohio to see the John and Elsa Johnson home where Joseph and Emma lived for some time. Anyway, this was one of our favorite places to go and is a big part of our history. So today we are in Sandusky, Ohio. And if you know anything about Sandusky, you probably know where we're going. We're heading out to Cedar Point, one of the premier amusement parks in the United States. And we're going to hope to go ride some roller coasters and have some fun. So let's go see what's out there. So we are here at the Vermilion Lighthouse in Vermilion, Ohio, on the shores of beautiful Lake Erie, one of the Great Lakes.
And it's beautiful here, and we've got wonderful weather. It's about 75 with a nice breeze.
Yeah, we've had a good time here in the Cleveland area. Done a lot of things. Day one, we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Major League Baseball. We went and saw the Cleveland Guardians play Miami, and Cleveland won. It was a great game. That was fun.
It was good. And the next day we went to Cuyahoga National Park.
Cuyahoga Valley National Park, yep.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, a little different. Someplace we've never been. That's the third new national park we've never been to this year, so that's cool.
Yeah, and then we went to historic Kirtland.
Yeah, that was
Kirtland
fun
Temple.
to see a lot of our history and see the things that happened almost 200 years ago, so that was fun.
And then today we went to Sandusky
so I'm not going to try and say what my favorite was, but that was probably my least favorite.
They have some great rides. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, after about the second ride, I'm like, okay, this is doing me in. I guess I'm getting weak in my old age.
I could have stayed all day.
I know, you could have, you should have, but you didn't want to do it without me.
No,
Yeah.
go fun by yourself.
Oh well. Anyway, we've had a great time. So tomorrow we head home.
Yep,
All good things must come to an end.
we get to go home where it's nice and hot.
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, at least we don't have humidity.
Such it is. Okay, well, thanks all for joining us, and we will see you on the road.